started.
Yay!
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Hello!
So,
What's up?
welcome to the very last virtual write-in ever. Just kidding.
Not ever.
Not ever.
2016.
Just of 2016, last one. Yeah, this is sad. It's a sad time.
Welcome. It is a sad. No, it's like a
Well,
bittersweet.
it's bittersweet.
It's
Yeah.
bittersweet.
Yeah, I was just saying to Maddie that this is like the highlight of my week is doing this for you guys. So, welcome. If you have never seen a virtual write-in before, this is an odd time to be starting. Actually, this is our virtual party-in.
Yes.
The title does not say that, I don't think.
No, we didn't edit
It says virtual TGIO
It
party,
should say
but
virtual
it should say
party-in.
virtual party-in. We'll change that afterwards. So if you're watching this in the future, ignore all that. So if you haven't joined us, this is an hour-long live stream where we usually do some swamps and stuff, but November's over if you haven't noticed, so this is a party. We're excited. Maddie has soda, Blobby's here. I don't have anything. Hi, and welcome back to everyone who has stuck with us since the beginning.
You're the true heroes.
Yeah, we're doing this for you.
Yeah.
So as always, I'm Lena,
And I'm Maddie.
and we're here to celebrate you. So how was your November? That's the real question. So
How was it, Lena? How did it go?
you can shut up, Maddie.
I think my voice comes up sassier than I mean it to.
Yeah, whenever I give a sincere compliment, I always sound sarcastic.
I know, me too.
Yeah, it's a curse. I'm here representing all the people who did not get 50,000 words.
See, this is
I am
good
here,
representation.
Yeah, I know. I did it on purpose.
I think it's inspiring.
So if you wrote anywhere, even if you wrote like 3 words the whole month, you still wrote something, and that's really cool. But a big shout out to all the winners.
Woohoo! You're in my camp. What's up? What's up? Hold on, I'm gonna open my stream so I can see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I hit 50,000 for the 9th time last night at 11 p.m. And then I was like, sweet, I'm exhausted. I'm going to watch the Arrow crossover. And then I did, and it was a great night. I also saw Darren Criss last night, and I was like, dear God, I have to finish my Nano for the whole concert. But he was great.
He was great.
Yeah.
I saw him in Hedwig. He was really good.
Oh my God, he sang Hedwig. He sang like a little town. It's really good.
He
He was
was a
like,
good
this is
song.
the first time I've sung it in my voice. Because Hedwig's voice is
Hedwig's
higher
voice is-
and has
yes.
an accent.
Has a German accent, yeah. So, anyways. Hi everyone. So lots of people shouted out that they got 50K. We're not gonna shout all of you out individually because there's a lot of you. But
And we're
congrats
proud
to
of
all
every
of you.
single one of you.
Yes, but we are proud of all of you. We're seeing your messages and we love you. Also thank you, Doral. Yeah, shout out to all the first timers. Anyone who tell us if this was your first Nano, whether you won or lost, it's fine. So welcome to this little slice of the internet. Okay. I don't know what
A
that
little
phrase was.
slice of the internet. I like
Little
it. I like
slice
that
of the
phrase.
internet. And well, not even to all the winners, but congratulations to everyone who did Nano at all. Yeah, because you're cool. And
It's a
you're,
big challenge
Yeah.
during November. And you did it. You're like, yeah, I can do this. And you did it.
Oh yeah, and shout out to all the YWP participants who didn't get 50K because that wasn't their goal, but they still made their goal. Because if you don't know, you can set your own goal in the YWP site. Segue, you can also set your own goal during camp.
Which is when, Lena?
April.
It's April.
April. Okay, I thought it was April, but it wasn't positive. April and July?
Yeah.
Okay, April and July, guys. I don't work here. She was here at camp.
July camp.
Yeah, so the next Nano event is in April, and it's camp, and it's chill, and you
It's super
can, and my
fun.
birthday's during April. I know you guys care so much.
Nano during your birthday.
Yeah, I've done camp a couple times. I did camp while I was at an actual summer camp before, the first ever camp, yeah.
That's fun.
That was fun, I didn't do well. I was busy doing
Hey,
summer
but
camp
if it
stuff.
was fun,
Yeah, I still had a
that's
good
what
time.
matters.
So hopefully we'll be back. There will be virtual write-ins during Nano Camp.
Yes.
I won't be here. I won't be living here. Probably. We'll see. When's your birthday?
My birthday is June assignment.
So not during any camp.
Not during any camp. It's never during school. It's never during finals. It's rad. I have a great birthday.
So if you, yeah, you do. If you love Nano, can't get enough, try camp. In the meantime, during the months of, say, December, January, and February, look at my segues today.
Great segues. Great segue.
You did the script, so. We have our Now What months, which is when you turn this crazy draft you've written during November into something that looks like a novel. You know. And we are here to help you get started on that.
Yeah.
Look at that. So we're not doing as many sprints today because there isn't much to sprint about. So do you want to, we have some discussion questions. Do you want to introduce the first one, Maddie?
Yeah. So I drew this question from my own crazy experiences of Nano because there's always like one thing you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me. Of course it was Nano. I actually have two things because one is like very short. So the question is, what's the craziest thing that happened to either you, your novel, or in your novel this November? Mine was, I think I only told Lena this, I didn't say this on the stream, but a couple of weeks ago I was exhausted. Like you guys know, I do work full time outside of Nano. So I come home and like I like desperately write 2,000 words every night. And one night I was so tired that I was half asleep writing, and I hope I can find this quickly. And I accidentally blended my work and my novel. And so it came out as this like really like meta. It honestly sounds like I was like unwell and not in my right mind, but I was only like half asleep. So let's see if I can find that. And then while I'm finding this, I'll tell you about my other one. Every November, I don't go back and edit because it's a waste of time to edit in November. So my Word doc freaks out and goes, there are too many grammatical and spelling errors to show them all anymore. So if you want to edit, you have to click all of these pages. So I posted that on my Facebook page today and be like, this is what happens to me every year.
So do you want to read us a sentence from your crazy fever dream section of your novel?
Okay, this is the last paragraph from it. Tor took a couple more deep breaths. She pondered her thoughts against the drawers, and they continued to sell and fight for thief cashiers. She was glad just to bring direction to these cashiers. They were trying to escape. She wondered how they made money for this, if not their cashiers know how to process the purchase. Yeah, I was really tired apparently, and I really desperately needed more words. I think there's like a sentence here that's like, she just needed to write thousands of more words. But yeah, those are my stories.
think things like that are also called NaNo-isms. I didn't really have that many, because I didn't do much writing this during November, so I didn't have that many NaNo-isms. Yeah, so I didn't have anything too crazy. Last year, I didn't name a character for like 3 chapters. Every time it was just insert name here. And I thought I would find to replace it, but it was like 3 chapters of me not coming up with a name for him. And he like became a very major character. This was not like a minor character. It was like one of the main love interests. There were many. So that was a thing. I'm going to read some of yours. From Sushi, her best NaNoism was writing GPS as Tetris. Not even close. You tried. Yeah, so tell us your weird NaNo-isms, y'all. Olivia Simmons wrote a whole dialogue chapter with a deaf character.
Oh no.
I mean, some deaf people can talk, but I guess if people were talking to them, they might have had a hard time. So, you know, maybe you decided to randomly kill off characters who really actually needed to be alive, or like, I did that once, and then it turns out he was just being overdramatic, and he just like fainted, but he was like, oh, I'm dying.
That's why I made up the stationary plant of life. Did I tell you about that?
No? Is that the opposite of the traveling shovel of death?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
Okay, so I was like, well, we have the traveling shovel of death, which is like I guess it's like a nano thing.
Yeah, it's a nano. It's in the nano lore.
Yes, it's in nano lore. It means that you just kill off a character to speed up your story. And I was like, well, what if you don't want to kill off a character? And then so I made up the opposite, which was the stationary plant of life, where you bring back a character from the dead.
I like it. I guess I've done that without knowing what it was. Yeah, because I was like, during a sprint, I like killed him off. Then I was like, this is stupid. No, he's just being overdramatic. He's literally fine. And it was very in character for him. So
Good.
Yeah.
Fun stuff like that.
Yeah. So kind of related to all that, how was November, guys? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Just like give us a debrief of how your month went. What did you learn? Did you have a lot of crazy nano-isms? Did you not? Or did you somehow produce something really amazing without any editing?
That's impressive.
What sort of surprised you in your novel? That sort of stuff. Just tell us some sort of stuff. You know, we're chilling. It's a chill partying. It's a virtual chill party. That's a thing. Yeah, Chocolate just said they feel like they have a writing hangover, and that's a very accurate feeling for a lot of people, I think. A lot of people are tired. It's like a lot of mental energy for 30 days, and now that it's over, it's like, I know for us, because we also have a lot of other duties, because, you know, we're interns here. We do things other than these virtual write-ins, and it's sort of a little better, but we never rest here at the office.
No.
Our on season is all the time. So, you know, we're tired too. But we had a great time. Mercy's Soul mixed up their research paper on euthanasia with their nano novel.
Oh,
That was an interesting combo.
Oh my god.
Well, a lot of people had some struggles this month. I'm sorry, but you have a novel. Hopefully, maybe. And, you know, nano is a lot of ups and downs, I've definitely found.
Yes.
So, like, it's really easy to, like, now that it's over, be like, oh, like, I sacrificed so much for nano, like, oh, I'm so tired, but, like, think of the good moments, too, like, you know, all the highlights in this month, all the, like, hilarious things your characters did, and the sort of, like, fun that writing is. And maybe if you just spent the whole month just, like, feeling like writing is a chore, now is a good time to sort of rediscover your love of writing.
That's some good. I like that.
Thank you. You know, Lena's life advice. We should have like
Hashtag Lena's
I should do like a Dear Lena. I could do hashtag Dear Lena. Have that be my YouTube channel where I just like advice. I was writing like a letter of advice to the next editorial intern today. And I like at some point was like, oh, most of the community is super nice. You'll only get like a few people who complain about stuff. So just like, you know, focus on the nice people and ignore the haters. That's just general life advice, not advice for this internship. So everyone ignore the haters. Ignore the haters in your own head. Ignore your own like bad thoughts about your writing, because if you go through and reread it, which you really should go through and reread your novel, you'll find like even when you're like, oh, this is all awful and everything, you'll find a lot of really good things. And you'll find that your own talent surprises you. I find that all the time when I go through and reread my old stuff. I remember like hating it, and then I read back through and it's like not that bad, and there's some like really great sentences, and that's a really good place to start from.
I remember I was talking to my friends. This is probably my second or third nano, so I was like a sophomore or junior in high school. And I was talking to my friends about me rereading my story in December, and they were like, I was like on my phone reading it, and they're like, "Maddie, are you crying?" I was like, "No, I'm not crying. I'm just rereading my story. It's fine." And they were like, "Are you crying because it's sad?" I was like, "I'm crying because it's sad and good."
Yeah. So definitely try to think about the positive stuff, because there is a lot of positives, and I feel like, you know, as the super dramatic writers that we are, we tend to look at the bad stuff. I know, like, I'm super pessimistic all the time. I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. I hate when people do that. People who say they're realists are just pessimists not being honest with themselves. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Anyways, true. Spin that fire. All right. So yeah, definitely during December, you know, maybe take a break from thinking about your novel for a bit, but during December, maybe it'll take you until January, February. Look back through your novel, and even if you don't do any editing, and like look for those really good moments. And say, hey, I wrote that. That's really good. You know, like show other people, like brag about your work. Like you're allowed to like your own work. I hate that like idea that like every artist has to be like, oh, my stuff is so awful. No, be proud of that.
You're amazing.
You're amazing and talented, and we love you. Okay.
Yeah.
Motivation. Wow, we should have used this motivation in November. But yeah.
We did. We used it all throughout November and now.
Yeah. We're just here to motivate you guys. Okay. I love those really great comments you guys say in the chat that I can't really read out loud. And hopefully you guys had a good enough experience that you want to participate next year, because I think you really learn things from one year to the next. Like, Maddie, what have you learned that you're going to apply next year?
Okay, well, I know next year I'm going to be in grad school during Nano. So
yeah, I'm gonna be in school during Nano again as well.
I have 2 friends in grad school right now, and I think they're slowly dying. But they love what they're doing. I'm very worried about doing grad school and Nano. So we'll see. Is anyone in grad school and doing Nano? Because I would love to hear some advice from you, or had done it in the past. What about you, Lena? What did you learn this year?
Yeah, I learned that short stories was a really good idea for me personally. Shorts are great. Never too old for shorts. I say that line all the time and I don't get credit for it, by the way. Someone in the forums came up with that and I love it. Not taking credit for the line, never too cold for shorts. Also because we live in California. I mean the cold part of California. Not even the cold part.
It's not the cold part.
I'm going to Michigan this weekend.
That's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cold.
So short stories was definitely a good idea. I don't know. I can't be like, oh, I learned something. I don't know. I think I'll just do better when I'm not working at Nano during Nano. Because, you know, yeah. So I definitely, anyone who like found themselves struggling because they got like tired of their novel or bored with their characters or whatever, do shorts next year. It's really great. I love it. And then it's easier to salvage things because I can like salvage 1 or 2 short stories that I really liked. However, during the 3rd week, I kind of realized that my novel would be way better as a screenplay or a series of screenplays. So I'm going to spend December, January, February, the now what months, sort of converting my novel into some screenplays, even though I don't like writing screenplays. It's ironic because I'm a filmmaker. That's what I do. I'm secretly not a writer. No. And I love writing fiction. I write like poetry. I write all this cool stuff. And I love making films, but I hate writing screenplays. I can't do it. Maybe, so also with like planning, pantsing, or plantsing, what did you guys do, if any of the 3, and like, are you going to try a different strategy next year? Because I think I did more planning than usual this year, and I liked it, because I did enough planning to like, that was a good amount for me where it wasn't over-planned, so I still felt, like, creative freedom.
Yeah, you didn't get bored of it because you're
Yeah, exactly. But I knew sort of where it was going, so that was really nice. Yeah, a lot of people are backing up my short stories thing. Thanks, guys.
Lots of people pantsing. I like plantsing, but I think the key thing for me is that to plants for me, I have to know my characters really well, or at least like them a lot, because that's what gets me through a story. It's just liking your characters, wanting to see what they do, where they go. A lot of people are saying in the chat that like you don't have control over your characters, and that's so true. Like, as long as your characters speak to you in some way, you're gonna get pretty far.
Isn't weird? I've never experienced that. Everyone's
really?
Like, oh, like, my characters, they've gone rogue. And I'm like, I'm writing them. I guess I guess I just like don't. Maybe I'm just not as creative and spontaneous.
Are you more plot driven then, or character driven?
I mean, no, I'm very, very character driven. My plot, like all my things are not. My stuff is never. I don't know if anyone else in the chat agrees with me because I know it's an unpopular opinion because I see this in the forums all the time. Everyone's like, "Oh, my characters they did these things," and I'm like, "But you write them." Like, I guess I just don't relate to it. Not to say that isn't valid. Like, you know, I guess it's just not how my brain works. I don't know. I'm just like, I mean, the characters go rogue, but I make them. I guess it's more about the ideas popping into your brain and then like demanding in your brain to be written and everything. And I guess like I just don't interpret it the same way. But I've always just been like, so I guess I'm just not that creative. Clearly.
No, you just think about things in a different way.
Yeah.
My characters, they rule my brain.
Maybe I think my characters are all just different versions of myself, and so it's just me. I was talking to Maddie about, and I talked about this a little bit last stream, that like one of my love interests in one of my short stories is literally just me. So I think all my, I don't know, maybe for all writers, their characters are all facets of themselves, because the whole write what you know thing. Wow, I must be a not nice person. All my characters are not great people. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh my god, Julia Peterson says that her characters sometimes take over her brain and she finds herself thinking like her characters. Relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Got distracted. I need to like close out of all my other stuff because I'm getting distracted, and also it's killing the battery on my laptop. So like, I know like clearly all my characters must be Mary Sue's because they're all me. But like it's like self-deprecating, like, wow, my characters are terrible people. They're also all me. But also write me into your novel, guys. I'm also an egomaniac, clearly. I say that every episode, write me into your novel. Write us. And
Yeah,
Blobby.
a lot of it. Definitely Blobby.
Blobby's the best part of these items.
Yeah.
Well, he's always here. He's like a constant. And for your ever-changing cast of hosts, there's always Blobby. You always have Blobby to depend on. Yeah, okay. People are relating to me. Okay. I'm not.
You're
totally
not
crazy.
alone. Don't worry.
Sushi says every novel needs a Blobby.
It's true.
Yeah. So hopefully, like, whether you won or you lost this year, it'll sort of encourage you to try again next year and learn from what happened. I feel like it was also just like this November in general, it was just very busy for everyone. And hopefully you guys do this again next year, because we'd love to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all things. People are saying that they're going to put us in their novels. Thank you. We appreciate it. Go get those published.
Got it.
Put us in your acknowledgement. Actually dedicate it to us. Go all the way. Guys, if I ever win an Oscar, I'll thank you all. Just kidding. I already do you ever just like imagine like what you do for an award speech?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
I do that all the time. And so like it always changes because I'm always like thinking of some really profound thing to say. It's basically just like, feminism, bye. Because I hate long speeches, but I love speeches that like make a statement. So it like boils down to like, feminism.
Oh my God. That's great. Yeah, no, I would definitely thank Lin-Manuel Miranda for being cool.
Did you see the episode of Drunk History?
Of course I watched that.
Oh my God,
Of
it
course
was so great. It was like when they were cuddling on the couch together and they FaceTimed.
We should explain that to people if they don't know what Drunk History is.
Oh, okay, so wow, that was
just like a complete cutaway. I was like, they know we have people watching. Okay, so if you guys, I'm sure you guys have at least heard of Hamilton. If you haven't been living under a rock for the past
or like
year
not
and a half.
watching these because Maddie brings up.
I talk
bring
about
up
it all the
Hamilton
time.
every episode.
So the creator was on Drunk History talking about 3 stories from Hamilton's life. And
So Drunk History, by the way, is this series where people get drunk who are over the age of 21.
Yeah.
We're not endorsing it.
drink respond.
Drink
Over
responsibly.
21-year-olds.
Or whatever is the age in your country. Everywhere else, over 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere else. Or, I mean, parts of Canada, over 19-year-olds. Anyways.
Yeah.
So they get drunk and then they tell a story about history. And then they have, like, comedians, like, act it out with, like, full costumes and sets and everything. And they'll, like, dub over it and, like, they'll, like, mouth the words and everything. And it's hilarious. You guys should watch it. Drunk History is great. And educational.
Yes.
Because the stories are all true and everything. And they're
like
usually
the
by,
Baltimore
like,
one.
yeah, there's some good ones. So Hamilton, there was a Hamilton episode, and it was really great.
And they like were on the couch and like Questlove like FaceTime.
Yeah, they FaceTimed with Questlove during the episode when we put it into the episode. It was really great. Wow, now Hamilton's gonna be stuck in my head because we're talking about it.
Good. Should listen to it. Blast in the office.
Honestly, they hate us already. Just kidding, they don't hate us.
They feed us. They don't need us.
Yeah, they're taking us out for lunch. All right, this has been on topic.
It's a party. I have to talk about Hamilton at parties. True. You know, true. While Lena recovers. Okay, while Lena recovers, the next thing we actually do have. Are you okay? I don't want to kill you.
I'm gonna cry. You're not even that funny.
Okay. Do you need some water? Do you want to get some water?
I'm good.
Cool. We actually do have writing today for you guys.
Yeah, because, you know, we wouldn't have, but somebody was like, they're not going to do it. Someone in the chat last time was like, they're not going to do sprints at the virtual party in. And we're like, despite you, here you go, fam. I don't even remember who it was, so I don't know if you're watching, but here you go.
Okay, so this sprint is just going to be 5 minutes, and it's just write whatever you want. Right, to know that you don't have to reach a word count, that it's December and you can do whatever the heck you want. It's just a cool down sprint. You don't have to do it. You can watch us writing. I don't even know if I'm going to write, but I'm definitely going to read my whatever I've written this month. We're going to see how that goes. Yeah.
So, oh, did I actually say fam out loud?
Yes, you did.
Oh, boy. I think that's the first of any of these live streams, the first time I've said fam out loud, which is probably a record for me because I say it a lot. I say it in the chat all the time, guys. If you notice, the way I talk in the chat and the way I talk on here is very different. Yeah. Fam. So let's do that. So this is just going to be 5 minutes. Just either use it to just write, or you can just sit here and reflect on your novel. Rereading some of it is a good idea. So that's gonna be just 5 minutes. We're gonna
Blobby fan. Someone to Doral Elhan says Blobby fanfic should be the prompt. Suddenly, Blobby is the hero of whatever story you wrote last Nano.
So optional prompt if you don't like that. If you want something more specific. Hashtag Blobbyfic. All right. You know.
Can Nano write like a children's story that's like Blobby's adventures?
We get Catherine to illustrate it.
Okay, new goal.
All right, so things for us to do in December. All right.
Camp Nano.
Camp Nano. I mean, people do write children's books for all sorts of nanos. Okay, anyways. So, 5 minute sprint. Ready, set, go. I'm not gonna write.
I want to read it. I'm gonna go back and read it. Page 1.
No, I guess I'll read mine.
I cannot get out of it.
I learned something. So I told you about the crafting, the Etsy crafting too. They had like a giveaway at this like Zodiac booth. So I'm gonna get just sick Aries stuff. That's so All right, stop. Scared me. So, what'd you guys do during that? I reread my first short story.
Yeah. I read the very first page of my, well, maybe the first 4 paragraphs. It wasn't the first thing I wrote because, like, the first thing I wrote stuff before that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it was just the first page I had here in my Word doc. And I started editing it.
Cool. Like editing. Lots of people doing different things. Cool. I kind of realized, because like I said, I'm planning on turning into a screenplay, and then I realized that it's basically like the exact, close to the same thing as like my favorite TV show. And then I was like, I'm just literally copying that if I do that. So I'm gonna have to change that a little bit and probably not do that. Because if you haven't been following me, it takes place in a bar on a Thursday night. And there are like 10 different people and they tell stories, and those are the short stories. And I realized that's the exact same premise as this TV show called Mixology, which only ran for one season and is my favorite TV show of all time. So shout out if you've seen Mixology. If you haven't, you really should see it because it's really amazing. And then I realized that's the exact same thing. And so I think I'm just going to do the short stories into screenplays and not the bar part, just so it's not the exact same thing. We're down to the number of people. There are 10 characters in Mixology.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Except those are all about them, like, getting together and, like, couples and stuff, and none of these people are couples. Well, one of them are, but they're already a couple. Two of them, I guess. So, if you wrote some blobby fic during that, tell us one of your lines. Oh my god, someone's watched Mixology. Thank you. Sometimes I think that I hallucinated that show because no one else has seen it. Sometimes I think that, and then I have to look it up on IMDb to make sure it exists. All right. So did anyone during that do any editing? Because that's our next discussion topic. Yes, I.
That's our discussion topic too. Is the now what, which is editing, revising. I don't know what else is now what.
You know, it's just what you do now. What?
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 You're like, wait a minute. What?
Okay.
If anyone's watched the Lucy Bennett Diaries,
What?
Mary Kate Wiles.
What?
It's amazing.
What?
I love her.
Okay, we're done. So maybe you want to take a break from your novel in December, but maybe this whole inspiration kick is keeping you going. So you can do some like cleaning up, deleting your typos, all the dirty tricks you did to get yourself to 50K. Example from Maddie.
I have to go back and erase all the spaces in my contractions because that's going to make my story drop by about 3,000 words. It's usually the average every year.
This really great line from a Blobby fic from Ian Harrison. Blobby hated having short arms. He could not hug the girls who gave him so much love.
Oh,
Tragic.
We can hug Blobby.
So hug So yeah, a lot of people like having some time to decompress. Definitely a good idea. Maybe you're gonna start on another novel just to get your mind off of this novel. The now what months are like very open-ended, but like we want to keep the creativity going. It's not that you write 50,000 words in November and then you're done forever. It's a continual process because writing is a continual process, and when you get into this habit of writing every day for 30 days, it's super easy to make that habit stick or lose it. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to go for the former and not the latter. So definitely try to like keep in the spirit of being creative and, you know, even just doing the things you've always wanted to do. Like, you know, you've always wanted to write a novel. You did that in November. In December, cross another thing off your bucket list. Just, you know. Christine Evans asks, how do I motivate myself with no nano deadline? Any advice?
It's really hard, I will say that. You can set deadlines for yourself, There's no harm in that. Keep yourself accountable by telling other people. Camp Nano is really, really good for editing since it's not like you're not really. Camp isn't focused on writing a novel, it's focused on doing a project. So a lot of people, their projects are editing their Nano novel from the year before. So if you're looking for kind of a deadline type thing, but you want it a little ways out, Camp is definitely for you. Gosh, I don't know. I'm really bad at setting deadlines for myself because, like I said, I think in the last one, my first Nano novel is still not done, and I started it in 2008.
Always a process. So a lot of people make their own deadline, try to write a certain number of words every day. Stealing this idea from Book Crooks, set like a arbitrary date for when you want to, do a certain amount of something, like Book Crooks by their 18th birthday, or like say I want to have this much done by Christmas or by New Year's or by the last night of Hanukkah, something like that. You don't need us telling you what deadlines to use. This really gets you in a good habit of having a daily goal and everything, and you can extrapolate that to setting your own ones. I can't really speak to this either because I'm not super great at setting my own goals. I always hated in elementary school when they make you do those like goal setting worksheets. Hated that. Least favorite day. Find one of your writing buddies from the site or maybe from this chat that you've met or something and be accountable for each other. If you really can't do it just by yourself, just be like, find one of those people. Maybe you can find them on the forums. That's like, hey, like we both have similar goals by this similar time. Let's keep checking in and not have that connection die after November. So just try to you have this whole month of you've been in this routine and you definitely don't have to lose it just because November's over. Yeah. You don't have to wait until camp or, so,
You set your own goals and you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in all of you.
Yeah. Doral watches the old virtual write-ins and the off months. Oh, that's sweet. So
there's a lot on there.
There's so many because we've been doing them for
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and we do them during camp. Have we always done them during camp, or is that more recent? I don't know.
I know at least over the past year they've done them over camp. I'm sure there's maybe 1 or 2 years more for camp.
So watch those old ones. The old ones are great. I've watched a few. To do research for this one. Matt's been in quite a few now.
I've been in so many.
Yeah. So definitely the old virtual write-ins are really, really great. And then you have some more prompts and stuff and they're fun if you don't get the chat, but it's still a good time. So anyone doing that, hi to people in the future. And the forums will still be around. You still have people to talk to in the forums. We'll still be around, maybe. We'll see. We do have lives outside of this. They don't lock us here overnight with Bloppy. Sorry, Bloppy. Maybe they do. Maybe we're bluffing. So definitely the spirit of Nano should be with you all year because Nano's great.
May the Nano be with you.
May the Nano be hashtag May the Nano be with you. And plug to this, follow us on social media and everything, and we post year round. We're here year round.
My personal Twitter is the same as my Nano username, so logical lies, because that's what writing is. Get it?
Yeah, also follow Maddie on Instagram.
Yeah.
You want to tell them your Instagram, Maddie?
My Disney one or my regular one?
Both.
Okay. My Disney one is Disney Storian, like Disney historian, so Disney Storian. I figured it also worked with me writing stuff. And then my personal one is Maddie Eloise, MADDIELLOISE, because that is my name. I mainly post pictures of my face and Disney stuff anyways. And then there's a lot of cute dog pictures on there because I have a really cute dog.
And my Instagram is Lena Hella Rad. Like Hella, like Lena, like my name, and then Hella, like the California adjective, and then Rad, like cool. But Hella Rad is like a pun because my last name's Heller. So Hella Rad. I didn't come up with that either. My friend Lacey came up with that because she wanted me to get a Tumblr, and she was trying to convince me to get a Tumblr, and she was like, I have the perfect name for you. And then I just used it for my Twitter and my Instagram. Don't follow me on Twitter because I don't post on there.
You follow me on Twitter too. It's logical then.
Also, follow Nano's Instagram. Let me clarify that. Also follow Nano's Instagram and all 3 of Nano's Twitters at NaNoWriMo, at NaNoInterns, and at NaNoWordSprints. And follow us on our Tumblr on the blog, which is NaNoWriMo, which is also blog.nanowrimo.com. Yeah. So just, plugging Nano, because obviously you guys have no idea about Nano.
My goal was to have 30,000 followers on our Instagram, the Nano official Instagram, by yesterday. It wasn't there, sadly. We're at 29,000.
Oh, so close, guys. Go follow
the Instagram. We're so close. Follow the
Instagram. It's really great. Yeah. Oh my God, my family group chat won't shut up. It's called It's Lit Fam. My sister came up with it. All right. So in the future, someone asked about what is going on this YouTube channel during the off months. Do you know anything about that?
I know there are a few Know What videos, but since I've not actually been here during those months, let's go check out the NaNoWriMo page and see what was uploaded between now and April.
Yeah, so there'll be some things. We won't be doing these live streams.
There's a whole bunch of Nano Coach videos that if you need inspiration in the off months, all 3 of our Nano Coaches were absolutely amazing this month. Laurent, Ariel, and Christy were so great and hilarious and inspiring. So go watch those if you haven't watched those already. What else? There are usually webinars, but I don't want to promise anything because I don't know the schedules.
Yeah, so you can always go and watch some old Nano YouTube videos. They're pretty great. Also, Doral just asked, will there be any more Facebook Live videos this month? We don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Don't quote us on that. Olivia Simmons asks, where can I find Blobby's Twitter? Blobby does not have a Twitter, but he has the Nano Intern's Twitter. It's basically his Twitter.
So just imagine Blobby tweeting all these things with his tiny arms.
Yeah. With his little tiny arms just like on the keyboard. Just
He's like probably reach his arm all the way around.
Let's see if we can get
a little T-Rex arms. Oh my gosh. Poor Blobby.
Oh my God. Okay, so Blobby's gonna say hi to you guys in chat. Alright. Okay, it's sliding off my lap. Ready. Oh, hit the mic. I'm sorry, that probably did not sound fun for you guys.
No.
Alright, so hi guys. This is...
Did that one-handed.
Yay! Wait,
Yay!
Two-handed. Oh God! Reach, Blobby! Yay!
There we go.
Well, because the delay, you guys are like, you already saw that message by the time you're hearing me say this, which is very odd. I mean, it's not that much of a delay, so it's okay. Yay, Blobby. Okay.
Probably 15 seconds.
Yeah, okay. So that was a message from Blobby, guys. So that's what his Twitter would look like if he had his own Twitter, so we kind of manage it for him, Mostly Natty. I don't know what I'm saying.
He's a celebrity, guys. He can't tweet on his own.
Yeah, he's hired us to be his PAs.
Yeah. I love it. Blobby says hi to everyone as well. Just,
Yeah, Blobby says hi to everyone. We speak Blobby. That's why he hired us. This has been so fun. This month has been so fun, guys.
So fun.
Yeah. I know I've enjoyed it. You guys are so nice. I was like really scared. I'm in like Maddie's house. before she's a pro. I was like scared when I started, but you guys are so nice. And it's just been a good experience.
Yeah. We should just chill for the last 10 minutes.
Chill for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's the chill.
It's chill.
The chill putting my feet up.
It's chill.
It's chill. It's the chill. You can sip on your soda. I don't know if you finished it.
I know, I finished it.
You drink soda fast. I drink soda really slowly because it's, carbonated. It's like a lot. I don't drink like hot drinks, like hot coffee when it's like really hot, because like I can't do it. I don't get how people can get coffee and then immediately drink it. Like I have to wait at least like 10 or 15 minutes. So that's why. So I get iced coffee every morning on the way here. Not every morning. Yeah, that would be a lot. And because I don't do caffeine that much. And I'm like, the coffee shop I go to is just like one guy, his name's Avery, and he like runs it and everything. He's like real chill and we talk every day. And so he always like jokes around with me that it's like too cold to be getting iced coffee. And like it's not like I like prefer iced coffee that much more. I mean, even though like his is great. Like it's not that like I like iced coffee more. Like I would love a warm drink on a cold day, but I can't drink it in time to get to the like train station because you're not allowed to have food or drink on BART.
Not allowed.
Not allowed. I know, and I'm a rule follower, so you guys never would have guessed, but I'm a rule follower. So and like I can't drink it in time if I get a hot drink. But if it's cold drink, you can drink it. I'm sure that's fascinating to you guys. Clearly. So what are your guys' post-NaNo plans? Do you think you'll do some editing? Do you think you'll work on something else? Do you think you'll just ignore NaNo for December? What's like your next step? What about you, Maddie?
What is my next step? I'm gonna recover from writing. So maybe not too much writing in the next couple of days, but I always have stories going on. I get this weird, sad feeling in my stomach when I don't write for a certain amount of time.
That's horrible.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to Michigan tomorrow. So that's cold. And I'm just not gonna think about NaNo or about writing or about work for a whole weekend. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back and be like, damn, I should do my college apps because I've been putting those off during November. And then I'm gonna be like, yeah. I think my next step is figuring out college.
That is
for
a
next
good
semester
next
because that kind of has like I have to figure that out for next semester. And then I'll go back to NaNo. I'll try to do camp. We'll see where I am.
Camp's a fun time. It's
Yeah.
much more chill.
Yeah, I'm sure people in school have finals soon. Ish. I don't know when your breaks are.
I know Davis's finals. I went to UC Davis, in No Man's Land, California. And their finals are next week. So if anyone goes to Davis, first of all, represent, and second of all, good luck on finals.
Yeah, so good luck if you have finals soon. Good luck if you had midterms during November, because I had midterms during November. So definitely shout out to you for doing those. Oh, look, there's someone from UC Davis.
Yes. Aggie. That's
all right.
Cool.
I would do a shout out to my school, but there's like 300 people who go there, and so if someone in this chat went there, I'd know them. So, yeah, shout out to Simon's Rock. Actually, shout out to anyone at BARD, at any of the BARD schools, because there are a lot. Or shout out to anyone ever.
Just all of you. Shout out.
Anyone. Shout out to all of you. We'll do like shout out to like anyone whose favorite color is orange.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, so shout out to people who did NaNo while also juggling school. Shout out to people who are parents who did NaNo.
Oh my god.
Because that's super tough and we know nothing. We can't I mean,
that sounds so scary.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
So amazing.
And shout out to people who hand wrote, any handwriters here, because that takes forever. And if you hand wrote, tell us how many words you wrote by hand, because that's super awesome. A lot of homeschoolers. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because you're not like
in school right now.
In school,
Does that make
because
sense?
you're at home school and this is productive.
It's about writing.
Yeah.
We're educational, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the most educational. Clearly. I teach life lessons. Lena's School of Life. So, wow, Olivia Simmons handwrote 50K words. That's super great.
That's awesome. Oh my God.
You know, shout out to people who had full-time, really demanding jobs and still did Nano. Or like who had like other stuff going on, you know, like family stuff or like anything that made you busy and you still put in the effort to write. Because it's really, really inspiring, really great. And yeah. This technically counts as an English class? Sure.
True. I have an English degree.
Yeah.
So,
we're both college graduates. So,
yeah.
So really we're qualified to be
You're
teaching
qualified.
you guys things.
It's true.
Yeah. 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 A lot of people like calling out. We're like, I graduated like so long ago. All right, we get it. Everyone's older than us. Whatever. We're just young whippersnappers.
I'm a baby.
We should get off your lawn. I get it. We're babies. Little babies. Oh, we're puppers.
Oh my God!
You
I
are
wish I
doggos.
was a pupper.
I wish I
Oh
was
my
a pupper.
God! That's the life. My dog just like sleeps in his comfy bed. He has 2 beds to choose from. He gets covered up when it's cold, and then he gets turkey every day. Yeah, that's the life.
That's the life. That is the pupper life. Is he a real pupper? Is he a doggo?
He's
Or
a doggo.
He's a doggo.
He's a doggo. He's 12.
Aww.
But he's my pupper.
Aww.
My little pupper. I call him a little nugget. My
That's
little
adorable.
nugget.
Little sass nugget.
Little fat nugget.
Yeah, I told Maddie this beforehand. I had to, for a college app, I had to like do like 3 words that to describe you for like one of the questions. I know. And so I asked Facebook, and my sister, not like as a corporation, I posted it. I didn't walk over to Mark Zuckerberg's house, which is a block away from mine, by the way, knock on his door and say, what are the words? So I used to describe myself. They would probably be like, get away from me, I'm calling security. But my sister said I should use Lil Sass Nugget. I did. I didn't get into that school. Probably no correlation, but you never know.
Maybe they didn't want little sass nuggets at your school.
Maybe. Obviously, if they don't like Lil Sass Nuggets, I didn't belong there anyways. So, yeah, I feel like because we're both small people don't get how small we are. We're both very short.
We're both really short.
We're both like real short, and so you don't get that because you don't have a sense of scale. Except when I was with Grant. We're both really short. I'm sure that like people met us at like the night of writing dangerously, and we're like, you're short.
Yeah, you're really short.
Yeah,
I'm 5 feet flat.
I'm 5'1". I also wear heels every day to work, so that like helps.
I don't wear heels.
You know, shout out to the shorties.
Yeah.
I'm actually the tallest female in my extended family, both sides.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I come from a family of shorties.
Yeah.
Also, you know, shout out. I feel like we're just doing so many shout outs today.
Love it.
We can do snaps.
Snaps! Oh my God!
Can you tell that Maddie's in a sorority?
Snaps!
Okay.
Hi, Omega, what's up?
Oh my God. In Michigan, my house was next door to a sorority, but now it's a frat.
That sounds kind of scary, actually. I would not.
Well, actually, no. They were like the like.
The nice one.
Well, they were like the nerdy Jewish sorority.
Yes, was that Say Pi?
SDT.
Oh,
Sigma Delta Tau. So they were quiet. They didn't have that many parties. Now there's a frat, but we don't live there anymore. So like, if there's parties, I don't know. Yeah. From Olivia, my friend calls me Small Bean, and I call her Tall Meme. I love that. I'm stealing that. I'm gonna start calling all my tall friends Tall Meme. Oh my God, that's my new favorite thing. Oh, thank you, Olivia. That made my day. Small Bean and Tall Meme. Love that. That's my sense of humor. Memes, nothing but memes. Oh yeah.
Blobby does hug all heights.
Yeah, Blobby doesn't discriminate. Blobby was at the night of writing dangerously too.
Blobby was holding a Twizzler.
Yeah, not a red vine because those are trash. No shout out to you if you like red vines. They're trash.
Red vines, what the hell can't they do?
All right, and you're trash. Okay.
That's a quote
From Harry Potter musical. I know. I'm also trash. You can. So he was holding a Twizzler because Blobby's not trash. Just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't succeed. It's garbage can, not garbage cannot.
Oh my god,
what's my favorite quote?
What is
Tumblr.
Oh my god, yes.
So yeah. Anti shout out, thank you, that's what I meant. Anti shout out if you like red vines, you're trash. Yeah, what if someone joined the video chat right now? How confused would they be?
Don't join the chat now. It's like almost over.
Or like just tuned in now. They'd be like, what are these people talking about? Yeah, shout out to Pigford students. Yeah.
It's on Moz. I watched a Harry Potter musical literally the day it came out when it had 800 views. And people thought it was crazy. It was before they edited it, so it was still inappropriate. Well, more inappropriate than it was, because they were like, crap, children are watching this. We should maybe not have inappropriate jokes in it.
I was born in the place where that originated from.
Ann Arbor.
Yeah, I was born there. Shout out to my Michigan peeps. I'll be in Michigan this weekend, as I said. But yeah, I was born there. Fun fact. Yeah. Although Dan Chris is from the Bay Area.
Yeah. He went to school in San Francisco. So is Dylan Saunders. I don't think they knew each other. I hope they. Not before college, anyway. My friend went to high school with Joey Richter. He was apparently not a nice person in high school, but things change now.
Or he's still not a nice person. Some people don't change. I wasn't a nice person in high school. I'm still not a nice person. Those songs from all of their stuff still get stuck in my head all the time.
So good. If you like Harry Potter and haven't watched those musicals, I'm gonna plug that right now. Watch Harry Potter musicals. Yeah. If you don't like Harry Potter but like Disney, I don't know how that's possible, but I'm sure it is. They have a musical called Twisted about Aladdin, and honestly, I think that's their best one. Did you watch Twisted?
I haven't. No.
So good. It's the untold story of a royal vizier. So it's about Jafar, and he's maybe not so evil after all.
Would you look at that one original concept? Yes, also Starship. That gets stuck in my head all the time. Really all the time just going. And I'm like, what? I haven't seen that in literally 5 years. And I only remember that one line is, I want to be a Starship Ranger, discover worlds far and near. Who gives a crap about Starship Rangers? Okay.
I could sing that whole album for you guys, all of their songs. But I
no cheers, only dreams now. Yeah, we're like 5 minutes over. We're literally sitting here rambling about
I'm just impressed you guys are still here.
About Star Kids. All right, guys. It's been a lovely experience. It's been a crazy month.
And you did it.
You did it. You did something. We did something. Had a good time. Seriously, guys, it's been great. As always, put your comments down below because the ones in the chat, whatever side it's on, won't stay forever, and we want to have your beautiful words immortalized. You can still post on the forums, send us some nano mails. We've gotten some really nice thank you notes, so thank you if you sent us those because they're really cute. We read them. And yeah, it's just been a really great time, and I hope you join us either for the camp virtual write-ins. Well, us is a term because we don't know who will be hosting it. Not
the interns.
I'm just gonna
whatever. Show up. Hi
guys. Actually, no, I will too. I just won't even be. I'll be living literally on the other side of the country. Be like, hey guys. Yeah, if we ever start a YouTube channel someday. Actually, Maddie's starting a YouTube channel.
I'm starting a YouTube channel.
Plugging that.
Yeah. We'll put all the links in the
eventually
bio here, so you get our all of our social media.
Seriously, thank you guys. These write-ins would not be so much fun without you. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe as usual, and we're gonna be signing off for the last write-in of 2016.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye guys. And we are done.